maximize your potential for manifestation. Okay, Aries. Okay, Taurus, let's get with your reading. Okay, Taurus. So the number one thing that we have, we're going to start with Venus. Venus on April 2nd, she's retrograding. She's been retrograding the whole month, last month, and now she's going to retrograde all the way into Pisces. So we're going back over a lot of issues from Pisces, and Pisces has to do with your friendships, your dreams, and your networks of people, and your networks of people. So Venus is retrograding here, making sure that you're really evaluating the type of friends that you have. That you let go, because it was retrograding at the beginning in March in the 12th house in Aries, in the 12th house of letting go, in the 12th house of self-undoing, of making sure that you are looking over at the things that you're supposed to let go of and the things that you're supposed to keep. So it's a time of purging, a time of self-undoing, and a time of release and surrender. So now that it's retrograding into your 11th house of friends, you're really reevaluating your friendships, making sure that, okay, are these the people I really want to have in my life? Because I'm starting to let go. I'm doing spring cleanup in here. So who's staying, who's leaving? Also, dream situations, aspirations. You need to go over your desires when it comes to your goals and your aspirations, because Venus is the planet of desires. So during this time, definitely, calculate and see, because this is a time of a lot of thinking and self-undoing. This is an internalization period, all right? Planets are going retrograde. Everything's moving backwards, and it's the backwards of going within ourselves. So reevaluate your dreams and your aspirations. Are you having realistic dreams, or are you having crazy out of nowhere dreams, or are you putting down your dreams, or did you give up on your dreams? All of these things, all your aspirations, because you're coming to Venus and your desires. She is, she's taking 3 steps back and then getting herself ready to launch off, and it's going to launch into a new life for you. When it comes to your love life, when it comes to your desires, when it comes to feeling happy and joyful and good, because Venus brings us those things to us, the happiness, the joyfulness, the pleasures. And it can also be with money as well, So by the 15th, when Venus goes direct, that's when you should have everything figured out. And if you were waiting for any sort of money, that's when you're going to be seeing the money actually coming in, after the 15th. So that by the 15th, you already know who you want to keep as your friends. What is the relationship that you have with friendships? Do you have a good idea? Do you have like a good sense of friends, or do you feel like your friends always betray you? But a reevaluation of feeling content and happy, and bringing happiness into yourself again when it comes to your friends. Also when it comes to your dreams and aspirations. Now, on the 9th, we have Mercury going retrograde in your sign. So in your sign, it's going to be going retrograde, and then it's going to retrograde into the 12th house of letting go, okay? So in Mercury retrograde is the devil's on the details, okay? Do not leave anything to chance. Do not leave anything to like, oh yeah, I'm sure that's going to figure. No. Be super diligent, on top of things, because Mercury is the trickster. Mercury will trick you when you least expect it. So you need to be on top of things. You need to make sure that you are evaluating everything, that you are on top of the things that you need to be, especially when it comes about yourself and about, again, a lot of letting go. It's because it's about to be your birthday, okay, Taurus? Your birthday is about to come, and you're about to start a new cycle. You're about to start a new solar return, a new year of your life. And this definitely gives you another thing. By the way, if you want to make an appointment with me to find out your solar return, or what is going to be happening for you for your birthday for the next year, you can always make an appointment with me at the link below. But anyways, it is absolutely crucial that before you go into this moment of my new birthday, happy birthday, there has to be a lot of, okay, what did you learn this year? What did you not, what went well? What didn't go well? What did you learn? How are you going to do it this time? Where is your focus now? Are you, where is your drive now? What are you keeping with you? What are you holding on to? Have you forgiven? Have you surrendered? So, all of these purgings and detoxifications need to happen before you have your birthday. So you can start your birthday clean. So you can start your birthday with the right foot. You don't want to start it with the left foot and carrying crap from the past year. No. So that's why all these things are happening. And Mercury is giving you the thought so you can analyze it. You can. Great time to be alone, Taurus, especially at the beginning of the month. Great time to have some solitude and some time for yourself, relaxation, massage. Oh my God, be so good because you love anything sensual and touching. Go get a massage. Go get a massage. Now, Mars is in your sign the whole beginning of the month. So there is a lot of energy. You have extra energy this month. At the beginning of the month, especially, Taurus. You have extra energy. You have extra drive. You have actually a lot of energy. And because of this, I definitely suggest work out. Work out this month, and it will make you feel good before you actually start, the new solar return. Go work out because you're going to have excess energy. And if you don't let this energy out, you're going to get into fights, or you're going to get aggravated, or you're going to get very impatient. So just release energy and use it productively because you do have extra energy to accomplish anything this month. Okay, Taurus? Now, another retrograde that we're having, Saturn is going retrograde on the 6th of April. So Saturn is sitting in your house of intimacy, of other people's resources, of taxes, of loans, of intimate connections, and even the connection with your own self, with your own intimate self, going into the depths of your psychology, also uncovering truths about yourself. That's why it's so intimate, because you're vulnerable, okay? So, like I've been saying, Taurus, during this time, Saturn is really trying to make you evaluate how your relationship with taboos, your relationship with intimacy, your relationship with sex, and your relationship with other people's monies and resources. So, and also about power. It's trying to teach you about power. Taurus, the control that you will always have in your life, the one that you will actually have control over, is yourself. You don't have control over nothing else. You think you might have control over your finances, over your house, no. It's an illusion. The only thing you have control is of yourself. So with Saturn here, and it's retrograding, which means it's going to go over things. Are you sure you learned the lesson right? Are you sure you didn't just brush that under the rug and pretend that it doesn't exist? Are you sure that you don't want to talk about that deep, deep-seated feeling of trauma that you may have from a long time? Are you sure you don't want to open the doors to your whole self and accept yourself exactly how you are, even if you have negative things about you? Because this is where the shadow self lies. The shadow self is the darker part of you that everybody has, because atoms are made out of positive and negatives. So there's no way of separating these two. Now, Saturn is here retrograding, making sure that you are evaluating your relationship with sex, your relationship with other people's resources, your relationship with your intimacy and yourself, okay? Also, a time where you might be reevaluating taxes and loans and other people's monies and things like this. Also, for any Tauruses going out there in divorces have been going a little bit crazy, I'm sure. A time to reevaluate a lot of the issues, especially with Mercury retrograde, miscellaneous, dotted lines, small print, really analyzing all these things. Now, on the 20th, we have Pluto retrograde. Look at that. We have so much retrograde because Jupiter's already in retrograde. So, yes, this is the moment of internalization, okay? This is the moment where people are going to start transforming from within and internalizing a lot of things inside themselves, especially with Pluto, because Pluto is a planet of transformation, is a planet that makes you feel powerful, and you only feel powerful when you transform. You don't feel powerful when you're stagnant and you don't want to change. So the boldness of going towards the fear and letting that part of you die and letting it go is very, very, very powerful. So this is how you own your power, especially since you're looking for it in your beliefs and your idealisms. This is where your transformation is mainly happening, Taurus. So it's reevaluating these things. You're really going to be internalizing your ideals, your faith. What is it that you have faith on? You know, your religion, your lifestyle, you know, what is it that you have faith on? What makes you feel connected to source, to God? Also, for any Tauruses out there, could be going back to school, learning something new, is making you feel powerful. Publishing something can make you feel very powerful. This could be a time to find a life coach. This could be the time to find a good guru that can actually teach you some things. So, great time to touch your, to, you know, to find your higher self, especially since you have Saturn in the 8th house. The 8th house is like the you go into the darkness to find the truth. And the 9th house, the Sagittarian house, is the house of going into the light and finding the truth. So you're in between these two. You're learning that both of them are very crucial. The higher self is giving you a lot of power, but the transformative, internal, darker, hidden part of yourself is also something that is being addressed in this situation. Okay. Now, on the 21st, we have Mars going into Gemini. So by the end, and then the Sun is going into Taurus on the 20th. Woohoo! Hello! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Taurus! And with Mars here, you're going to have an extra spunk, you know? Mars here in the second house of self-worth is actually the original house of Taurus. And this is where we find our values and where we feel like, okay, I'm going to go get the money that I want. I know I'm worth this much. I feel the confidence in me, okay? So by the end of the month, you are going to be feeling amazing, especially since you've let go of all the things you need to let go of. And you're going to be feeling very self-confident. I see money coming to you by the end of the month, and I see you also wanting to spend more, okay? So watch out. You might be getting a little bit more money, but at the same time, you might be wanting to spend it a little bit more. So that's really fun, and it's also going to be giving you lots and lots of confidence in yourself. Great way to start the solar return, Taurus. Great way to start the solar return. Alrighty, so let's see. What card do we have for guidance for Taurus this April 2017? The guidance for Taurus. Wow! Look at this. Opportunity to forgive. An opportunity to forgive. This means major purgings at the beginning of the month. By the end, this is your biggest lesson that you've learned at the end of it. The opportunity to forgive. And especially yourself, Taurus. Especially yourself. It says, this situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. So this is what's going to get you through this purging, okay? And especially Taurus, because I know that you might have a little bit of issues with change. And it's uncomfortable because you work really hard to make something stable. You make something really hard to make it stable and secure. So having a change of progression, which is natural, it's nature, can be an uncomfortable part if you don't know how to receive it the correct way. So the opportunity to forgive, is what's going to give you the most transformation. Especially with that Saturn in the 8th, it's teaching you about transformation, control. The only person that you have control over is yourself. So transform. That's how you transform yourself. You control your thoughts, your words, and your actions. And that's how you change yourself, not manipulate others to your liking. So the opportunity to forgive. The opportunity to forgive yourself from the past, from the darkness. The opportunity to forgive others. And see yourself in the divine light. And also other people that you're dealing with. Okay? And this is going to bring intimacy and closure, which is what, in reality, even though you might be afraid of it, that's in reality what's going to make you feel very fulfilled. Alright, Taurus? Thank you so much for letting me do your reading today. I hope it was of help to you. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, and please, I would love to hear your comments about everything, and thank you for the lovely comments that you have left. I am very grateful for you guys to let your hearts be open to the message that I can bring to you. And I will be seeing you for other videos, alright? And just so you know, this is just a general reading. Check out your ascendant and your moon and your sun as well. And you can always have a private session with me at the link below if you want to have a more detailed reading. Alright, Taurus, have a lovely day.